Afternoon from Dumaguete, Philippines. Beautiful, beautiful day. Never a dull moment in the Philippines. I'm doing a little bit of walking out and about today. Sun is shining brightly, that's for sure. New Dumaguete sign. Hey, Josh. Welcome, Josh. How you doing, my friend? You know me. Walking. Walking and talking. Beautiful day. And we got Fox here. Welcome, Fox. Welcome, Josh. How are you guys doing today? Beautiful Monday in Dumaguete, Philippines. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Finishing up the day, Josh says. Yeah, mine's still going. It's going good. Nothing major planned, which is okay. Just living the happy life, good life. Sunshine, that's what I love. Go back to work the morning until another 6 days off. That's right, Josh, you were on vacation. Well, I don't know if you really call it a vacation, Josh, because you had people, I think, weren't they messaging you or something like that even when you were off at home? Remember, your phone you were getting messages. We got Jay Hurst says hello from the UK. Welcome, Jay Hurst. My name is Michael. I'm from the United States. Currently living my dream of happiness here in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm going out for a walk. Usually this is how I like to do my lives. Kind of talk about whatever's going on in the Philippines or anything else. And I can kill two birds with one stone. I can walk and I can talk, and I get my therapy from you guys for conversation on YouTube, so it makes it fun. Jay Hurst says it looks beautiful. Oh, it is beautiful here. I love it here. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm at the boulevard, kind of like a boardwalk, very popular place where people go. Right along the ocean here, across from there, you can see Siquijor Island. A lot of people will travel from the port. But I love it here. Philippines is awesome. I just keep an eye on the comments at the bottom just because I know I have people here that are mods, and they'll let me know if the audio or the videos having some issues. That can happen from time to time, but what a beautiful day here. Looks like Wayna Jumps is here. Hello, Wayna. Then we got Austin Horn says, I love you. Love you too, man. Love you. Appreciate it. And Josh, and then where are you from? I'm from United States, but I'm living here currently in Dumaguete, Philippines. And then we got Magic Mama says hello from California. That's awesome. Welcome to Dumaguete, Philippines. It's 12:50 p.m. in the afternoon, Monday afternoon, for anybody that's gonna ask. And I'm doing my walk and talk in the Philippines, showing you guys just everyday life, what's going on in the Philippines. And letting you see the beautiful views beautiful views that I see here in the Philippines. But it's a beautiful day. And I got trying to see because it's so bright because of the sun. Looks like I got Eris says okay, thumbs up. Then we got Magic Mama saying December 15th. Yeah, I guess Monday would be December 15th. When I'm in the Philippines, honestly, I lose track of the calendar, at least the days of the week. Yeah, I don't have any stress here in the Philippines, so I tend to forget which day of the week it is. Every day feels like a weekend here in the Philippines. If you're a warm weather person and you like all that kind of stuff, I love the tropical, the ocean, the nature that you can see here. I love the people of the Philippines. That's first and foremost. The most important thing is the people. I always tell people, even though there's so many beautiful things about the Philippines, quite honestly, it's the people that are the driving force for me and my happiness here. I don't know if I had all those other things, if the people weren't so welcoming and amazing here, I don't know if I'd really like it as much here in the Philippines, but I do love it here. It says you bathe in the ocean. I don't bathe in the ocean. I swim in the ocean, not bathe. I see Ray's here. Hello, Ray. I know you're supposed to be going on a trip going to meet with David. Josh says this is how I get my walk-in virtual walk. And then we got LOL saying, hey bro, hello. Larry Huff says, is it hot over here? Yeah, it's hot, but I'm gonna switch. It doesn't bother me too much. I don't mind the heat. Again, if you're gonna be in the Philippines, I always tell people, you should be somewhat of a warm weather person. No snow here, no cold, but you can live in mountains areas in the Philippines, different islands that are certainly a lot cooler than what it is here. So yeah, like, you know, Ray, he lives in Tagaytay. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at. Hello from Tennessee, Legend, that's awesome. Legend Nubilox. Anu says cool weather, clean weather. Yeah, I'd say so. I'm gonna go through like the city, kind of like doing that, as long as the signal is good, and take you guys out and about. What did you feel? How's the Philippines? I feel great. Oh, News says, where's my friend Kevin? I did see him earlier. I did see Kevin earlier. He's doing his thing, you know what I mean? He'll be back again sometime though. I have a lot of expat foreign friends here in the Philippines. Legend says, yeah, it's cold, 19 degrees. Yeah, I'm born and raised, I'm from Pennsylvania, Legend. So I don't miss that cold stuff. I guess the only time I like a little bit of snow is Christmas Day, but I will have to deal with no snow here in the Philippines, which is fine. Oh, he says, a news official says, feels in what ways? It's kind of hard to explain. I'm just simply happier every day. I don't have stress. I'm a warm weather guy, so I love waking up, throwing a pair of shorts and t-shirt on and go about my day, walking. I know, I gotta show my hotel. Anuj, that's coming. I'm actually gonna make a video too, but I could do a live stream of where I live as well. Yeah, it's nice here too. Although you got motorbikes and stuff zinging past you all the time, they're very, here at least in Dumaguete, they're very respectful. They yield for pedestrians. They don't like try to run you over or anything like that. But yeah, the apartment's coming, Anuj. It will be coming. I do take a tricycle from time to time. I prefer to walk everywhere. Everywhere is fairly close and I can get around without getting transportation. I'm kind of like, that's another reason why I like Dumaguete. That's one of my favorite stores that I go shopping in, tops and bottoms. I get clothes in there. Very, compared to what I paid in the States, it's very cheap. So yeah, I like that a lot. Yes, it is. That's another reason why I walk. I want to live as long as I can, a healthy, long life. I want to be able to do, go to a waterfall, swinging on a rope somewhere, and just be able to do things. I don't want to be sitting watching other people do things and me like, oh man, I wish I could do this. At least not now. I mean, I know at some point people like, you get older and obviously someday I'm not going to be able to do a lot of things, but I'm still going to do it. Maybe I'll go down this way. See, that's like Unitop. I've kind of been down this way before, but it's always fun to go walk around and people watch. I kind of like it. Yeah, like when I'm walking, I can just see more, learn more. That's like the whole thing. This is the best part. This is how, to me, like you embrace the culture as well. For me, I like that. If I'm gonna live here in the Philippines, which I am, I'm not gonna like isolate or exclude myself from the people here. I have a lot of foreign friends, obviously, but I also have a lot of Philippine people here that are my friends, locals. Lots and lots and lots of people. I mean, this is like the best part to do. Like you just walk, and this is how you meet people. This is gonna get a little loud through here, the music. Where am I going? I'm going anywhere and everywhere. I walk everywhere. This is like my daily exercise, but then I'm like just enjoying, embracing the culture. I see things all the time. I mean, this is what it's about. Yes, Bellis, you're right. A lot of people, although I've only been here in Dumaguete, well, I've been in the Philippines a total of 14 months. You need a place to park your motorbike. This is a full parking lot. But that's what I like to do, meet people. And like there's people that obviously recognize me and I don't recognize them, and they'll say hello. And I'll say, oh, do I know you? And they're like, no, but we see you walking everywhere. I love the walk. Oh, you said, Eris says, wow, Filipino. Not that you guys care to see me, but I love it here. Like, and the best part about it is just walking and seeing where each, street takes me. And like I said, this is more interesting for you guys. But like I said, you can cross the street here and you think you're gonna get run over. They don't. They yield for you. But yeah, this is like Lee Plaza, so this gets really busy through here. I'm gonna take you up this way. But yeah, walking is a healthy lifestyle. And I apologize for any comments that I miss. I'm not trying to miss them on purpose. It's just that sometimes if they go quickly, I miss them because I'm just trying to make sure that my data is still going. I have like 5G unlimited smart eSIM card. So I apologize if I miss anybody. Raska says, you have been to Indonesia. No, I've not been to Indonesia, but I have friends that are there, have been there, and they all tell me I need to visit Indonesia someday. There's a lot of places I want to visit in Asia. outside of the Philippine Islands. There's a lot of places I want to visit. But it's kind of one of those things, I got to take one thing at a time. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, so I can't just get up one day and say, oh, I'm going to buy this plane ticket and fly here, fly there. But yeah. But yeah, like I walk up random streets. Like I've been up all these roads before. I always walk up every street, and that's how I learn my way around here. I'm not good with street names and stuff like that. I just walk everywhere, and that's how I learn. It's very difficult for me to get lost here now, but it's fun. I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy the walking. I just get to have fun people watching, seeing how people live with, their life, what they do every day. And it works here in the Philippines. It works. This place is looking as Indian City, the Hardun Chanigarth. I'm sorry, I don't understand exactly what that was saying, but like, yeah, see how crazy this looks? Like I'm weaving in between. It's fine. They are so respectful here. What is on the left side? You mean here? Bella says stone cold. It isn't bad really. It's city though. Yeah, that's another thing, Bella, for it being a city, it's not that bad. I think Freedom Park is down this way, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna go down this way. How long has it been since you came to the Philippines from the US? Aris, I've been here a total in the Philippines going on 14 months. I came to the Philippines in July of 2024, stayed until March 17th of this year, 2025, went back to the USA until June 12th or 13th, and then flew back to the Philippines, and I've been here ever since. Obviously I love it here, or I wouldn't be here. Yeah, you said start workout off-road. John, hello John. I see you. But yeah, like I said, I typically show you guys where I'm going. You guys don't really need to see me. That's not the important thing. The important thing or fun thing is like seeing everything that's here in the Philippines, walking everywhere, me keeping an eye on my signal, making sure I don't lose you. But Raska, hi from Indonesia. You like the girls there? Oh, Tommy boy, the girls are beautiful here, of course, but I already have a Filipina girlfriend. Oh, Tommy boy, about yard dog. Yeah, I already have a girlfriend. You are here how many months? I'm here as long as I want. Anuj official. I'm here as long as I want. I have no plans to go back to the United States unless worst case scenario is something like my mother and father, medical emergency or something like that. That would be the only reason I go back to the US anytime soon. But back to this is more fun and interesting and gives you guys the opportunity to see people and people watch. I gotta get around this. But yeah, like, the streets are busy, things are rolling. Ara says, want to walk every day. I walk every day. I do an average of at least 10 miles walking a day. Now, not all on my live stream. I don't do 10 miles on my live stream. I don't know what I do on my live stream total, but I do quite a bit, which 10 miles is equivalent to like 16.8, 16.9 kilometers, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is daily life in the Philippines, lots of motorbikes. very, but safe, you know, it's always cool. Julie Chung, hello, Julie says, do I work there? No, I'm retired, Julie. I'm officially retired. No work, no work, Anuj. Aris says, show me your face. All right, hold on, Aris. I'll show you my face. Not that you guys really care, but there's my face. Hello, hello, hello. Again, my name's Michael from the United States, living here abroad in Dumaguete, Philippines. Kind of started doing my live streams while I walk recently, just because, why not? I can walk and do a live stream at the same time and allow you guys to see the Philippines through my eyes. That's basically what it is. Aris says, you look handsome, sir. I appreciate the compliment, Aris. I guess you should give all the credit to my mother and father for my looks. And obviously, my mother and father deserve the credit for the person I am today. They made me who I am today. My friend right now, no, is not appearing, but he'll be back again. If you remember his name is Kevin. Obviously, you guys enjoyed when I had Kevin with me. It's fun. You know, we can talk about a lot of stuff and, you know, brings more, I don't know, like an interaction to the live stream. So it's fun. Kevin, you're saying, I think you're asking what he's doing. Sorry, I'm like sweating, which I don't mind the sweat. Don't get me wrong. It's just when you're wearing your glasses and you sweat, they kind of slide off your face. I don't know what Kevin, I saw him when I was walking. I don't know what his plans were for the day. He stays active. Kevin has a girlfriend also. She's gonna be here December 23rd. So he's counting down the days until she gets here. Phoenix says, I'm excited to go there 2026. Hello, Phoenix, and hey, while I got you here, Phoenix, I need to give you, there, you should be blue now. Let me see. Julie Chung says, wow, I'm retired too, but my pension will never support me financially. I'm in Canada. You might be able to survive here in the Philippines. I don't want you to tell me what your pension is. But you're probably right if you're saying it won't support you in Canada. My pension would not be able to support me in the US, that's for sure. And if I was still in the United States, I'd still be working, just so you guys understand that. I'm living off my pension and my savings right now, that's it. I turned 55 years old on April 6th, and I took my pension a little earlier than normal. And actually, taking it earlier, I'm not really making all that much less than what I would have had I waited until, I don't know, the standard age, 59, 60. So if I was still in the US, I'd still be working. That's easy, you know, I'd have no choice. And I decided, you know, I met too many people online, on Facebook, and they basically, you know, explained to me, Michael, if you want to start your life a little earlier and you're tired of the grind, they said, hey, come to the Philippines. I met some amazing people through YouTube. YouTube has opened up so many doors for me. I'm thankful and blessed that I've had these opportunities. And I'm so happy here, simply put. Philippines might not be for everybody, but it's for me. I'm certainly happy experiencing life in Asia, in the Philippines. I've never been here before until July of 2024. I'm gonna try and cross the street because I want to go to Freedom Park real quick because I haven't been here in a while, and they have Christmas decorations up and stuff, although they won't look very good right now because it's daylight. But I want you guys to see, here's Freedom Park in Dumaguete, Philippines. They have a lot of stuff that goes on here during festival season, the fiesta and whatnot. But this park here is really cool. And when there are Christmas decorations, when it's nighttime and it lights up, it's really, really beautiful here. I have to come back sometime at nighttime. But yeah, like, this is another cool Park. Like I said, Freedom Park. Oops. Hold on. Eric says, got electrocuted by low-hanging wires. I guess that's possible. There are some low-hanging wires. I've never had any issues with the low-hanging wires. Never had any issues. That's just the way things are here. You have to understand, like, I don't have a lot of experience here. Like I said, I'm only going on 14 months. I don't know why some of the things are the way they are. I'm assuming they're just a little bit behind when it comes to certain things, but it's okay. It's what makes the Philippines unique. There's definitely not that sense of urgency or stress here. Never feel that. It's beautiful here. Like I said, there's so many things to do, very family oriented, like, you know, a lot of social gatherings. See, they even have this stuff. I didn't even know this stuff was here. You got a little Ferris wheel and bumper cars, one of those spin things that go around. I haven't been here since last Christmas. Obviously, they have stuff set up to celebrate the Christmas holidays, but I'm definitely going to come back here at night. I'm definitely going to come back to show you how beautiful, like, all their Christmas lights are and stuff. Government of Oriental, Negros Oriental building over there. Lots of little vendors, but it's a cute little place here. Obviously, they have this set up for some sort of performance to celebrate the Christmas holidays. But like I said, a lot of this stuff gets more active at nighttime. It's a little warm for most people. I'm the exception to the rule. I'm always out walking in the sun. Phoenix says, do a lot more people speak English here? Yeah. And that's probably why I've been so lazy when it comes to learning Visaya. I know very little, and I need to learn more, because when you speak Visaya here, whether it's just to say, like, you know, or Tagalog, kumusta ka, means like, hello, how are you? And if you want to answer, I'm doing good, you say mabuti, kind of like my booty, but mabuti. And they appreciate it. The Philippine people appreciate it and respect when you speak to them in return in their language. Again, I have a lot to learn here. The fact that they speak English here makes me, like I said, I'm kind of lazy. I'm not forced to learn the language. And I guess if I lived somewhere where I really had to learn it and there wasn't a lot of English spoken, it'd be a different story. They kind of make it convenient for me. I think I see somebody says Miss Dimples, that's John. Someone says they've subscribed and liked. As soon as I get out of this sunlight, I'll be able to read it a little better, because it's very bright. Like, I got the sun at my back. So once I kind of get over here in a shaded area, I want to try and check out some of the comments. And I appreciate each and every one of you that is here, sharing my walk and talk and see the Philippines through my eyes. And that's really why I do my YouTube channel. I just want to, you know, I was inspired by other people on YouTube to come to the Philippines. So I feel like I want to return the favor and, you know, show my experiences and my journey, and maybe I'll motivate somebody else to come here too. David Jessup's here. Hello, David. David. And then we just got, I can't, Jin, hold on there. I'm going to get in the shade here because I see you sent me a super, and I greatly, and I want, you can look at my face. I greatly appreciate Jahinder MRN 4562. I greatly appreciate the super, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I want to heart it and I want to like it. And then I need to find the words. Oh, here we go. And then I do that. In return, other than saying thank you very much, JHNINLDR, I'm humbled. Every time someone gives me a super chat, I'm humbled and blessed. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Nobody ever has to do that for me. I just enjoy sharing my life and my journey here in the Philippines. And I'm blessed when that happens to me. So thank you very much, JHNLDR MRN 4562. Thank you. God bless you. I really, really appreciate that. And I appreciate you being here as well. Very generous. John says, Sir David. I'm gonna kind of check some of these comments out. Stop. Ugh. John says, Sir David. Kingbird says, hi, bro. Hello, Kingbird. Where are you from? Welcome to my live stream. My name's Michael from the United States, but living here in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm just under the shade for a couple minutes. Again, Phoenix, Josh. Kingbird says, come to Pakistan as a tourist. You know what, Kingbird? I'm gonna keep that in mind. If I could be a traveler all over the world and just share my travels all over the world through YouTube live streams, through my eyes, that would be an awesome experience. I appreciate it. JHNLDR says, just $1 Canadian, but I bet it'll go far over there. You know what? It will go far, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'm humbled all the time when people do that for me. So you're no longer just a subscriber, you're a friend. So I'm assuming you're subscribed, but Have in Motion. Bro, are you in Thailand? No, Have in Motion, I'm in the Philippines. I've never been to Thailand yet. That's kind of on my radar. I'm just cooling off right now under this shade. It feels kind of good. And I'm drinking some water, if that's all right. But I walk everywhere. I don't mind spending a little extra money for this water, mineral water either. But welcome, Have in Motion. Julie Chung says, what's the accommodation like? I mean, that's like a big answer for like, what's the accommodation like? There's just a lot of great people here. They're very welcoming here in the Philippines. Obviously, rent is a lot less expensive here. The rent, when it comes to apartments or even hotels. I mean, obviously, once you learn the difference in the value of the Philippine peso, and for me, I had to forget about, you know, the USD, the value of USD. You start getting smart here. You know, for me, I got an apartment. Certainly, like my apartment right now is like $400 a month, which is like 24,000 pesos, give or take. That includes Wi-Fi, that includes having a pool, that includes having a small gym. Buddy Lowe says, where's the ladies, buddy? All right, I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna try and help you out on it, but there's ladies everywhere. They're everywhere. So I'll help you with that right now. Like I said, I'll get the camera off of me because you guys don't need to look at me anyway. Phoenix says, when is the monsoon season? Rain season ends in December. So basically we're almost done with typhoon season, Phoenix. Khalid Baker says, hello, how are you? I'm from Zanzibar Islands. Wow, and Tanzania, East Africa. My God, that's awesome, man. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at right now. Welcome. I'm from the United States, but I'm currently in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm not far from the ocean right now, but I'm kind of walking in the city right now. But I appreciate it. And like I said, I'll show you the ladies as they come by, and she might say hello, but see, they're nice. She said hi. There you go. But down here is like another mall. It's called City Mall down this way. We got Prakash Shate says hi. Phoenix says please like and subscribe. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you for holding the fort down, and everybody that's here. Again, I'm kind of focused on my walking and my data, making sure the 5G's holding up. And just reading the comments from the bottom. That way somebody, if I start lagging or anything like that, I'll catch the warning. I'd never be able to keep up with all these comments anyway. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here. This is why it's fun to walk. Like, you don't even realize, well, I don't realize how much walking I'm so entertained by the people. David, thank you very much. Says past coffee time, but what the heck. David, God bless you, my friend. This is the city mall here. Or no, that's not the city mall. Further down this way, my bad. Not the city mall, but look at all this. Like, this is so cool though. It's like, you'd think it was total chaos. But thank you, David Jessup. I appreciate your humbleness. You're humbling me, actually, your generosity. But yeah, I'd say it's kind of active here right now in the Philippines. Motorbikes, tricycles, cars. I mean, but I don't know, I like it. I don't mind it. And like I always say, I'm close enough to the city to walk, and I'm also close enough to the ocean. That's why I like Dumaguete, the location. Like, plus, I don't look at Dumaguete as like this really big city. It's a city, but it's much smaller than Bacolod, and that's the only place I can compare it to is Bacolod. But I love it here. Like I said, you got the amenities of a city, but you also are in close. You go to the port, you can go to Siquijor Island, Bohol, Cebu. And again, some people don't like Dumaguete. Some people refer to Dumaguete as Dramaguete. For me, personally, the only thing that's drama for me is when you like, it's basically, if you allow drama to be a part of your life, then there's going to be drama, but you don't have to have, like, you know, drama in your life. You don't have to have it, you know. But yeah, like, it's like it's just busy here. Like, this is just like an intersection. It's not even like I'm on the outside of the city. I'm not like in the city. I'm not in the city. So yeah, it's like pretty active, like right here. And actually I can probably go up by Silliman College. We'll go back down around this way. Yeah, Phoenix, it is living the dream for me. Like I said, I only ever know the American culture. So for me, this is like being a kid in the candy store, being here in the Philippines. That's exactly what it feels like. Every day I wake up excited. Every day, I mean, I love exercise, and so I'm already motivated to do the walking, but I'm even motivated even more to do the walking here in the Philippines just because it's all new. There's something more to see. Also, the people here in the Philippines, especially Dumaguete, are very welcoming here. They're super nice, you know, they're always welcoming, and I've never felt unsafe here at all. The level of respect is unbelievable. I could go on and on and on and gush about the Philippines. How long can I stay with just my passport? You can come here, Phoenix. You can stay in the Philippines up to 3 years until you have to leave. You just would do a 2-month visa tourist extension every 2 months. There is a one that I've heard that you can get for 6 months, but the one for 6 months, you have to go to Manila, I think, or Cebu to get it. There's a little more involved. So, yeah, you can stay in the Philippines up to 3 years until you have to leave the country. Most likely, I'll have flown to maybe Thailand or hopefully Japan. So I'll be leaving the country before 3 years. And then that 3 years just starts all over, I think, if I understand that correctly. Hold on. Sometimes I try to read and it's too bright. Alan Duke says you have to limit your coffee intake. That's why I don't drink coffee from 3 p.m. to 3:12. Yes, the second Wednesday every month unless it's a holiday on vacation. Yeah, I only drink 2 cups of coffee a day. That's it. Mushroom coffee in the morning, which is basically 4 functional mushrooms incorporated with coffee, L-theanine in it, tons of amino acids. It's like very healthy version of coffee. That's what I drink. And then I'll get like a coffee from a coffee shop here, but I get next to no sugar, sometimes black. So yeah, I'm very cautious of my coffee drinking. No more than 2 a day and never after 2 p.m. Yeah, it's too late. That'll disrupt my sleep for me. I know some people can drink coffee and they can fall right to sleep, but not me. Appreciate the comment, Alan Dukes. David says, be flying out of Manila tomorrow. My friend who is flying us had a last minute job to fly today. Can't complain, he's flying me for free other than fuel. Yeah, that's awesome, David. I'm so happy for you. Again, I appreciate you always being in my live stream, supporting my channel, as well as many others. With everything that's been going on, David, you've been awesome, and I'm very thankful for your support. I can't wait to meet you someday, David. Like I said, I'll be drinking a cup of coffee. You might want to have a beer. Because anybody that knows me, I don't drink alcohol, and I don't smoke, so you might think I'm boring or whatever, and that's all right. Everybody gets to do what they enjoy and they like, but that's me. Stone Cold says, would you say you are on the honeymoon period and in 10 years time making a vlog like Geo, 1,000 cuts? No, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully not, Stone Cold. Welcome, Stone Cold, but yeah, hopefully not. I would, I'm just going to be me and be the best version of me, best person I can be. But at the same time, I'm not perfect either. We all make mistakes. We all have ups and downs in life, whether it's relationships, health, work, family. Yeah. I'm gonna cut through here just to give myself a little bit of shade because I'm sweating bullets. Again, this is Freedom Park, back the other way. Need to find a trash can. Sometimes finding a trash can can be a little challenging. Edwin says hello from Kansas City, Missouri, 20 degrees. Yeah, it's probably pushing 90 here, Edwin. At least 88 or so. Yeah, it's not cold here. It's hot. But I like it hot, or I wouldn't be here. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, walking through Dumaguete, Philippines, enjoying the sights and sounds of the Monday. It's Monday. I did remember that. It is Monday, 1:30 in Dumaguete, Philippines. It's a beautiful day. I'm happy every day. I'm blessed every day. Is it humid over here? It is a little bit. I mean, I don't know if I'm at liberty to say. I lived in Florida for 2 years. It's very humid in southern Florida. I personally felt like it was more humid in Florida than it is here. Now, it's hotter here in terms of you're closer, obviously, to the equator, so you're definitely going to be hotter. The sun's stronger. And I met another guy, his name's Michael. He's around my age, maybe a little older. He lived in Florida all of his life. And I asked him, okay, coming from somebody that's lived in Florida all his life, would you say it's more humid here in the Philippines or more humid in Florida? And he said to me he felt it was more humid in Florida. Obviously the sun's stronger, but he felt it was more humid in Florida. So if you're a Floridian, someone's from Florida looking to move to the Philippines, I think you could handle it. I think you could handle the humidity. Michael, do you follow any sporting teams? Yes, I do, Edwin. That's a great question to ask. Whether I get negative responses or positive responses, it's okay. I'm big into college sports, more so college than professional. My favorite team in college is the University of Notre Dame. That's my team in college football. I'm a big Notre Dame fan in college football. And pros, in NFL, I kind of just follow the athletes, I mean, I grew up in Pennsylvania, so, you grow up a Steelers fan or whatever, or Eagles fan. I don't really care what happens in the NFL. I'm more into college, so yes, when I watch a college sporting game here, I'm up at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., like all goofy hours of the night, but I still support my teams. Yeah, Rudy, no doubt. Yes, Rudy. Hello from Iran. I see Amareza from Iran. Welcome, Amareza. Like I said, nobody really needs to see my face, but I'll say hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. My name's Michael. I'm from the United States, living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Out for my daily walk. Started this recently where I just figured, why not just bring people with me when I'm out walking? Maybe people would enjoy seeing the Philippines that can't be here for whatever reason. Maybe you have aspirations of coming here, but not everybody can, unfortunately. They might have health problems or financial reasons why they can't make it here. So if I can do my part and bring my experiences, to others while I'm here in the Philippines, then I think that's a win-win for me. I enjoy it here, love it here. And again, plenty of places to walk. I never get tired of it. I just occasionally need some water, coconut water. But yeah, they call me Michael Walker, the crazy walker, the crazy fool. I just enjoy it. And for people that like to people watch, which that's pretty common everywhere, yeah, you're definitely gonna get that here. Dumaguete, never been there, born and raised in Manila. Hello, Maria Teresa Adelan. Welcome, Maria. I appreciate you being here, hanging out with me. I'm sure I'll get to Manila at some point. I've never been to Manila. I know a lot of people fly through Manila. I've only flown into Cebu from the United States, and then Cebu to Dumaguete here. But welcome, Maria from Manila. I appreciate it. John Vasquez says, wow, walking. Yeah, this is just a little taste. And like I said, I appreciate it. I don't have no shock resistance on my phone. I just walk around, and I try to hold the phone as best as I can. Yeah, your arm kind of gets a little, I don't say tired. More than anything, my hand just starts sweating, which I am sweating, but it's all good. I'd rather sweat my butt off than freeze my butt off. That's kind of the way I always feel. I can always cool myself off if I need to. I'd rather cool myself off than be freeze and have to get heat. But hey, there are people that love the cold weather and appreciate it and enjoy it, and that's what they like. Whatever makes you happy is what I say. But I'm happy here in the Philippines. So many benefits to living here for me personally. I'm gonna try crossing the road now. But like I said, they always stop, yield for you. Even as crazy as traffic as it is, at least here in Dumaguete, it's all good. I never have issues here. Never have issues here. Not yet anyway. Yeah, Edwin, coconut water. There's a place down the road here I might stop by, and if I can get some coconut water, I'll get a guy to chop me one open and drink it. I'll have to go that direction. But Papa Eric, I see you. Hello, welcome, Papa Eric. Arnold Halger says 24 here in Florida? You mean you're saying 24 degrees, or are you saying you're 24 years old? I didn't know. I know it's gotten, some cold fronts have gone down into Florida in the past when I lived there, but maybe you live in northern Florida. That's cold. Unless you're 24, that would be better. But again, anybody that's coming in here, hanging out with me during the lives, I appreciate you being here. My apologies for not being able to read and touch on all the comments. I like to and try to, but when I'm walking, it's just a little more difficult to stay caught up. But I know the wonderful people that I meet here who, almost all you guys, if you're consistent and you're not good to others and you show up, I end up making you a mod at some point anyway. give you a blue jacket. That way everybody can kind of interact with each other, and makes it easier for you to check out other people's channels as well. So Arnold says tonight and Tuesday night. Holy crap. If I missed what you said, I'm trying to see what part of Florida. Oh, you're in the panhandle. Yes. So in other words, the cold front's dipping down your way. Yeah, that it does happen on occasion. I was living in Florida. I was living in Stuart, Florida, Palm City, Florida. I was kind of bouncing around right in that area. I love Florida too, though. If I was still living in the United States on a more permanent basis, I'd be hopefully back in Florida. I lived there for 2 years. But if I was still in the U.S., I'd still be working. Simple as that. I'd still have to be working. The only reason I can live this life right now, and I'm blessed to do it, I have a pension, I have my savings, and obviously the cost of living here, rentals, is significantly lower when renting homes, apartments, and stuff like that. It seems like food can be a little similar once in a while, you know, close. But yeah, now I'm gonna walk more back through the city. But this is nice. Like I said, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I can walk, which I love and want to get done, and then I can talk to you guys. So you're helping me. I'm sharing this with you. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this, and you don't get bored. But I know I don't get bored every day. I don't know. I guess if I get sick or something, that would be the only my day. Arnold says, we got 8 inches of snow this year in the panhandle of Florida. Good Lord, I can't say, is that like a record, Arnold? Or I don't remember the last time I heard 8 inches of snow, even in the panhandle of Florida. That's wild. That's freaking crazy. 17 miles from Alabama. Yeah, I'm kind of cheating and looking at this while I'm walking. Whoops. Yeah, like, see, shoe stores. Now, Phoenix, you saying the food is amazing. Yeah, if you like Philippine food, surprisingly, there's a lot of foreigners that I met here that don't really like the Philippine food. I do. I love it. Actually, my favorite is chicken adobo. Che makes me boneless chicken adobo. She spoils me, which is awesome. You know, that way I'm not playing with so many bones in it, but it's a little funny thing. But yeah, she takes care of me, she spoils me. But I like a lot of Philippine food. I like lumpia, pork sisig. Like I said, lumpia just reminds me of like a, what is it, like those cabbage rolls or whatever, like a Chinese food. Miss Dimples said, Michael, 1:37 p.m., hot weather. You got it right, Miss Dimples. The hot weather doesn't slow me down. I just keep going. I think I get more energy the more I walk. I don't get tired. Josh says, I'm still trying to make edible chicken adobo. Yeah, I'm waiting for you not to be throwing it in the trash. Hello. See, they yell and say, not hi. That's why I love it here in the Philippines. Everybody's so nice. They want to be a part of your live stream. It's like, I don't know, it's just a friendly vibe. I think if I was walking around home in the States doing this, I don't think they'd appreciate me doing a live stream. They certainly probably wouldn't even look at me. Stone Cold says, like a spring roll in Australia. That's exactly right, spring roll. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Stone Cold. I can always count on you to hook me up and take care of me. Yeah, see, if you were really tall, you'd bash your head on that. I'm only 5'11", so I can get in under that rather easily. But yeah, like I said, now I'm going back through the heart of the city. One end of the neck. This is the, what was this? Oh, this is Jollibee. This is the famous Jollibee. I've only ever been in Jollibee once. I don't like it at all. I don't eat fast food. I just choose not to put that in my body. But I shop in here at Lee Plaza. I'll be coming in here for some Christmas shopping soon. Yes, Emma, the Philippines. Thank you for being here, Emma. But yeah, I'm in the Philippines. Arnold wants to know if the Philippines takes American dollars. They'll take them. I don't know. I've never tried to pay anything in American dollars. I guess if you had to pay in American dollars, they'd have to go get it converted, take it and get it into Philippine peso, I guess. I've never had that happen though, Phoenix. Nice, what hotel? I'm not in a hotel, Emma. I'm staying in the Marina Spatial Apartments on the opposite end in Dumaguete. Hello. But yeah, I'm staying in the Marina Spatial Apartments. That's where I'm at. Much smarter to stay in an apartment. Much less expensive to stay in an apartment. Again, I don't have all the experience in the world. I don't know everything. I'm still a newbie in the Philippines. But I'm learning each and every day, just sharing my journey, sharing my life in the Philippines through my eyes. And I love it here in the Philippines. I'll say it over and over again. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't be here. I wake up happy every day, no stress. And now I'm gonna try and find this place where I get coconuts. Yeah, Arnold. Actually, my Brooks shoes are pretty good for handling my feet. I never get sore feet. But again, Arnold, I do an average of 10 miles a day walking. Not 10-mile live streams. I've never done that before. That would be kind of interesting if I did a 10-mile consecutive live stream. That would definitely be new for me. I'm gonna try and go to this other Unitop that sells coconut water and have them chop me open a coconut. I have to make sure I'm going the right way. I think it's down this way. Sarah Musa says, yummy Philippines, me a stay and talk me. Well, hello, Sarah B. Musa. Welcome, Sarah. Sarah says, hello, talk me Korea. All right. Mayor is the okay, my Lee Miho, please talk to me. Hello, Sarah B. Musa. Hello, hello, hello. I know, understand my YouTube every day, my calling, the text, the man. Well, I appreciate you being here from Korea. Like I said, I don't show people myself often, but again, my name's Michael from the United States, living in Dumaguete, Philippines, out for my daily walk, here, there, everywhere in the city, along the water. This is my daily routine when I'm not traveling anywhere. But again, I feel like I'm on vacation every day, even if I'm not going to some beach or some other island. Every day feels like a vacation to me. I don't need a lot to be happy. And here I'm happy. Again, the people of the Philippines are what makes me happy. It's the people. Now I could probably think I can cut through the public market. My signal seems to be holding up good, which I'm actually really surprised. No issues that I've seen from you guys, so that's kind of nice. Miss Dimple says, 58 viewers, thanks for supporting Michael. Wow, I didn't even notice that, but I appreciate that. I saw that comment, and like I said, the people counter can sometimes be off, but I appreciate everybody being here, walking along, seeing things through my eyes. Everywhere I look, you guys get the look. But yeah, I'm walking through the public market, one section of it. Takes several blocks in the public market, but I love it here. It's exciting. Even going through a public market, they got all their decorations up. I haven't been through here at night though, so I have to check this out. I do have a thing for Christmas lights. Like I said, you can go up different sections. They have like the whole, meat, fish section, vegetable section, produce section, and then every other thing you could possibly think of, barber shops and whatnot. Like, they have everything here. Clothes, you name it, they have it. Like I told people earlier, when I go to buy clothes for myself, I've learned, other than the clothes I brought from home, which were obviously more expensive in the United States, when I need to buy a new t-shirt here, or I need to buy something, socks, underwear, I go to a place called Tops and Bottoms. I've never spent, I don't think, more than 200 pesos for a t-shirt. And if you know what 200 pesos is, I always just say 300 pesos is like a little over $5. So spending 200 pesos maybe at most for I think to be a name brand t-shirt, it could be fake, it's possible, but again, it's worth it to me. I don't need much. I've learned to be humble here, and having less, in my opinion, is having more. I'm so much happier. I mean, yes, I have my iPhone. Yes, I have my nicer shoes, but overall, I don't buy that much like other stuff. I don't need any of that stuff. I just need my health. I need a roof over my head, and I need my health. That's what I need. That's what makes me happy. And I know I sound redundant, and I go over and over again. Wolfgang, hello, I see you there. Did you feel like a man without a country before moving to the Philippines? No. I mean, the United States will always be my country. You know what I mean? It's just, for me, I didn't come to the Philippines to leave the United States. I wanted to experience new things, try different things, embrace and learn a different culture, a lifestyle, and the warm weather was definitely huge for me. I wanted to be somewhere where it was warm all the time. I could wear shorts and t-shirts, and I didn't want to deal with snow anymore. That's a big part of it. I think I need to go down one more street. I want to go to this place where I know they have coconuts and I can get coconut water. I haven't been here in a while. But since you guys mentioned coconut water and I'm in the mood for coconut, yeah, I'm heading there. It's by a newer uni-top down here. It's like on a corner. But I'll find it one way or another. I'll find it. But again, it's like always, so you just kind of gradually make your way across the street and you'll get there. Sometimes you get guys like that zinging by, but they don't hit you. I think I gotta go up one and down another. But yeah. Wow, 81 viewers. Double tap the like screen. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys here. Like I said, I'm kind of more or less paying attention to where I'm walking, and that wouldn't be a very good live stream if I got ran over. But it would take a lot for me to get run over here. As I always say, the people in Dumaguete are very courteous and pedestrian first mentality here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Again, I can't say enough about the people here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Very, very nice, welcoming. I just gotta find the unitop. I think I might be down. All right, yeah, I gotta go down this way now. But it doesn't matter which way I walk, because either way I'll find it. It takes a lot to get lost here in the Philippines. At least for me it does. But this is how you learn. Like, if you feel like you get lost, all right, you'll figure it out. What about health insurance if you get injured? That's a good question. I guess hopefully I don't get injured. I have no health insurance whatsoever. I'm blessed that my health is what it is. I'm very blessed. You know what? Here's the coconut place. I found it right here on the corner. This is where I want to get a coconut. This is where they get the water. So I'm gonna drink it right out of this because I need some coconut water like big time. So I gotta, yeah, it's like right here on the corner because Unitop is right there. This is where I come. Dumaguete, Philippines, that's where I'm at. Dumaguete, see, that's what I'm getting right there. That's what I want. Very good. I want one that like that. Yep. Yeah, coconut break. See, he's getting one for me. How much? Thank you. Salamat. No, I need to get. Oh. See how big this thing is? Now I gotta drink all this, chug it. Yeah, Steve, you can think it's maybe a rat race. It's not a dirty coconut. This is fresh water, Christian. It's not dirty. It's fresh right inside a coconut. I love it. I love it here. You can say whatever you want thinking it's negative, but it's awesome here. Yeah, I have a good stomach. I drink coconut water a lot. It's cool. It's not cold, but it's like cool. It's not like warm. It's good. Hold on. I'm trying to flip this. But I need it. I'm sweating bullets. Whew. Ah, look at that. That's funny. Sorry about that. I gave myself a coconut head. Usually when I just stop to get the water, I don't keep the coconut meat. I just give it back to them. That way I don't have to carry. But I could take it and give it to somebody. I'd probably just give it away and give it to somebody. How are you doing? Which country? You're from Japan. That's awesome. Dumaguete, Philippines. I hate Philippines food, or not good, not like India food. Yeah, India food's good, but I don't hate the Philippines. I love the Philippines. But we all like what we like. Everybody's allowed to not like things or like things. To each his own. That's the way I look at it. Thank you. All right. I feel so much better now that I drank that. I needed that. Whew. Now I feel energized now. Very, very good. Perfect for me. Yeah, I try to drink coconut water as much as I can. Now I feel refreshed. I feel so good. I got energy. Whew. I needed that. Yeah, Steven, no chemtrails. Not that I've seen, and you and me both know what they look like if you're from the States. I would drink 5 of those every day. Yeah, you probably could. I at least try to get one. That's the freshest coconut you can get. I mean, right from the coconut. That's all I want. I don't need coconut that's taken from a coconut and then pasteurized and take all the valuable vitamins and nutrients out of it, and then you drink it and you think you're paying more money for it. And then you're not even drinking pure coconut water. You're drinking pasteurized coconut water in some instances. I don't want that crap. Charisse, hello. Hello, Charisse. She says, hello, Michael and Che. Just me. I think Che, if Che was with me, she probably would have passed out by now. I don't think she would have made it in this sun. Maybe. Sometimes she surprises me, but I don't think she would have made it. But I don't know how many miles I've actually walked. I don't think I've walked that many. At least I don't feel like it. But I'm going to cross over here. Where are you, says Joseph. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm going to go probably head back towards the water now a little bit, but that's where I'm at, Joseph. Warwalker says, hello, hello, Warwalker. They call me Michael Walker because I walk everywhere. But again, if you're new to my channel, my name's Michael from the United States, living abroad here in the Philippines. Can't say anything negative about the Philippines. No matter where you live in the world, it's not perfect. Are the Philippines perfect? No. But what place is? It's a matter of what's perfect for you, and that's all that matters. If you love it and it makes you happy, then do what you love and makes you happy. That's my best advice. It's good to take opinions and thoughts from other people that have other experiences, but ultimately, you are going to be your best judge. And me coming here, I was inspired by other people, other YouTubers actually, before I decided to just buy a plane ticket and do it. And I'm glad I did it. I didn't let anybody talk me out of not coming here. Ultimately, the only person that can talk yourself out of doing anything in life is yourself, in my opinion. I'm not saying you should never take the advice of other people, because there's other smart people and more experienced people in this world. But again, for me, I just call it taking a leap of faith, and I came here and never looked back, and I'm glad I did, and I love it here. Absolutely love it. Yeah, Light Tiro says Philippines are so many beautiful nature places. Exactly. You know, and that's, like I said, Dumaguete, I've only lived in 2 locations in the Philippines. I've visited other places, but not long term. I've lived in Dumaguete, say 10 months, and I lived in Bacolod for 4 months. 4 months was long enough for me to realize that Bacolod wasn't for me. Definitely more of a city, more shopping malls if that's your thing, and that's okay if that's your thing. I just felt more at home here in Dumaguete. Different language, Bisaya, whereas in Bacolod it's Tagalog or whatever, Longo or whatever up there. Different mindset, different kind of attitude. Not like it was a bad attitude, it's just different. The Visayans here in Negros Oriental, I like much better. I like it much better. But this is good. It's the first time I've ever, well, I've done live streams before walking, but this is like a really good one. I'm moving pretty good for the most part until I get hit with some traffic. But it's busy today for a Monday. It's pretty busy. But obviously it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I guess it should be busy anyway, but I don't really get held up much in traffic. I just keep rolling. How much for a, Joseph says, how much for a rickshaw? I'm not even sure. I might be just the dumbest dude on the planet, and that's okay, but rickshaw. Not sure I know what a rickshaw is. Phoenix says, are you going to visit Miss Dimple? hopefully Che and I have an opportunity. Like Palawan is #1 on my list for islands to visit. Palawan is definitely #1 on my list. Navsy Vibe says, take care, bro. Thank you. Sorry, this first time seeing you. Amanda and Nature says, hi. 12 a.m. here in Florida. Hey, thank you for being up this late. Actually, I was thinking, wait, 12 a.m. I was thinking it was 1 a.m. in Florida, but I guess I'm wrong. 12 a.m. But yeah, like over here is like the big church. This is Quezon Park. This gets more active at night. We got Adrian Mav 94, 6 a.m. in London. Welcome from London. Thank you for being here. It's 2 p.m. Monday afternoon in Dumaguete, Philippines. Feels good. I'm getting a little bit of shade. Michelle Pelletier 862 says, hello again from Rhode Island. Great live stream. I appreciate it. I'm just walking, talking, letting you guys enjoy what I see when I walk everywhere. And again, I like coming here, walking all over the place. It doesn't matter where I'm at, in the city, the nature. I walked through here earlier, but I kind of go in circles. Stephen Ray says 10 p.m. in Oregon. Welcome, Steve, from Oregon. Appreciate you being here. Again, if you didn't catch my name is Michael, and I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Absolutely love it here, and I'm happy. See that place right there? That's the place I told you about, over Tops and Bottoms. That's where I buy my clothes. If I need a t-shirt, name brand, even Champion, it could be fake, I'm not sure, but I don't care. As long as I have a shirt to wear. Yeah, kind of saved my money compared to what I spent when I lived in the States. 1 a.m. in New York City for Irish Rose. Thank you, Irish Rose. Oh, Miles is here. If I missed you earlier, I'm sorry, Miles. Welcome, Miles. How are you? And yes, Philippines has 7,461 islands. That's wild when you think about it. I don't know how many of those islands are inhabitable, but still, it's kind of wild and crazy when you think about it. 7,461 islands. I don't think I'm going to be living long enough to ever visit every island, or at least the ones that I could visit. Maybe if I owned a helicopter or something like that, which that's not happening anytime soon, but Sir Jim 77, a lot of sevens, says, Jim in upstate New York, can I find a nice wife there, and how? Yeah, you could find a nice wife here. No rush, no hurry. There's plenty of beautiful, sincere, nice, good-hearted people in the Philippines. You just have to come here. I mean, yeah, you can meet people online. That can work if that's what you're more comfortable with. But I would say you might have a better experience, like boots on the ground, coming to the Philippines yourself. But I've seen every type of foreigner here, and I don't think any foreigner has any problems meeting a good Filipina here. Yes, you need to be cautious, as you would be even with a woman in the States. The term scammer gets thrown around a lot, or they're only after your money, yada, 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 yada. Is that true in some cases? Of course. But those situations are true no matter where you live in the world. So here, yeah, you can meet a good, beautiful woman who just treats you like a man. That's the best way I can put it. Very different here. Very, I don't know, call it old school. But Miles, I'm glad you're here. But yeah, that explains the language thing. Yes. It's like every island is almost like their own country, Miles. And that's why there's over, like you said, 170 dialects. Yeah, every island is almost like another country, which is neat. That's really cool, you know, in itself. Girls in the States just use me for everything. I want a best friend for life. And again, see what happened to you in the States. That can happen anywhere. It can happen anywhere. And I can only give you my opinion based off of 14 months here. Sir Jim, I've never met, now people have had like relationships that they met and it didn't work out. That's everywhere. If you don't have a good feeling or you don't have a connection, that's normal, no matter where you live or where you're at, you know. But like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor of love or any of that kind of stuff. I can just give you my opinion based on my experiences here. The majority of the foreigners I've met have, for the most part, have had successful relationships or in successful marriages or whatnot. So I can only speak on that. I'm sure there's somebody else out there in the Philippines that could tell me this horrible story of what happened to them, because yes, it happens. But not everywhere. And it's not just isolated here in the Philippines. Some people tend to say that a lot, and I don't see it to be true. So, but that's me. As you can see, it's funny, these cable lines here, for whatever reason, every night at this time, like later in the evening, birds all load up just on these wires here. So I call it like the poop zone. So it's like, if you're walking this way, you're better off being under here so you don't get dumped on. I've gotten pooped on already. Light Terror says, so many American beer in the Philippines. I guess so. I don't drink, so I can't speak on all the different American beers that are here. But I know there's a lot. Hey, Chief, thank you so much. Dude, you are a blessing, another one. See, Chief, have a coffee on me, brother. I appreciate it, Chief. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. How are you doing, Chief? How's the grandchild? What's the weather like? Give me the West Virginia weather update. How things rolling in West Virginia? Here it's close to 90, I'm almost sure. But it doesn't bother me. Bella says poop zone. Gas must be high, all those scooters. Actually, from what I've heard, now see again, I don't own a scooter, so I'm not really at liberty to say, but from other people that I know that own scooters on other channels, they say that the gasoline is very inexpensive when it comes to keeping your scooter fueled up, and they cruise all over the place. So definitely the scooter is the way to go. Again, I haven't taken that leap to get a scooter just because I'm not ready yet, but at some point. But thank you so much, Chief. I'm glad you're here. I was wondering, thinking about you, like you get to know people, and when certain people don't show up, you wonder what's going on. But thank you, Chief. God bless you as always. I'll tell Che you said hello. Che is with her mother and her two nieces at our apartment. They were supposed to go swimming today, but she forgot that the pool closes on Mondays. It's maintenance Monday. Every Monday they clean out the pool. So her mother and her nieces are gonna have to come tomorrow. Do they drive without insurance? Yeah, I don't think you need insurance here. I don't think, Arnold, that you need insurance here. You're supposed to have a license, but I do know there's a lot of people that are here without licenses also. I wouldn't do that, but again, it costs money. And some people can afford getting a motorbike, but they can't afford getting a license. I guess that's the risk they're willing to take. Chief says, let Che know I was wondering what she was cooking today. Yeah, I don't know what she's cooking. I'm sure it's going to be chicken something. It'll be chicken something. I'm going to go down towards the ocean if I can. I just want to let some of these people go by because they've been waiting. And then I'll get across here at some point. Like that, squeezing on by. There you go. We got Bellis filling in information about the license. I just don't, I think people, but do you need insurance, Bellis, if you have a motorbike? I thought I've heard people say that you don't need to, or maybe you need to and they just don't do it. Every vehicle is insured. Motorcycles included, they come with a purchase. All right, there you go. Shows you what I know. I could have sworn people were saying well, maybe they just don't get it because they choose not to. And I guess you can get away with it, which I don't know how you do that, but half century outdoors. No, you don't need insurance. Yeah, that's what I thought, because I've heard people say it. I mean, I don't know from my own experience because I don't have a motorbike, but I've heard people say, nah, hell, I don't have insurance. They don't have insurance. Some of them don't have a license. But yeah, now I'm at my famous boulevard. Phoenix says, I would have a motorcycle for sure. I miss racing dirt bikes. Yeah, at some point, Phoenix, I'm gonna get one again. I'm procrastinating in that just because I really don't need it. I walk everywhere, and when I do need to, say, get groceries, Che usually does that, but if I do need something and I have too many bags to carry to walk back, which I would attempt to take bags, walking, I just grab a tricycle. So the conveniences here in Dumaguete are really good. And again, like I said, that's Sikihor Island over there, behind the ship over there, the carrier light. And then like right there is the port. So you would get a fast boat right from here to Sikihor Island. You're there in 30 to 40 minutes. 30 to 40 minutes. So if you want to just go to the beach for the day, you don't even need to stay the night over there if you don't want to and you want to save money, which I've done. Cebu Island's the island that you can see on the other side of the port here. And then if you want to go to Bohol from here, I've never taken a boat to Bohol from here, but I think they said it's a 2-hour boat ride. Hilda Shaw says, do they have big motorcycles here or just scooters? They have motorcycles or scooters. You can get whatever you want. Since I've been in the Philippines, and I was shocked to see 2 different people were actually on a Harley. They were riding a Harley. I don't want to get too close to the water. I know it gets windy and then you can't hear me, but yeah, I've seen 2 Harleys here. I was shocked. You know, obviously, I guess they can, I don't know if they had it shipped here or you can buy a Harley. That I don't know, but yeah, they had a Harley over here. What is that for an ocean? What do you mean, Arnold? What is that for an ocean? Like right here where I'm at, this is called the Boulevard. It's a walkway, and here leads way ahead. This is where people gather early mornings for the sunrise. I did a video the other day and it was absolutely beautiful sunrise. People get here early in the morning. They do their walking before it gets too hot or before they go to work. It gets very crowded here 4:30, 5 a.m. in the morning. And then around 5, 6 in the evening, or if it's like this, right now it's 2 o'clock, but the sun's kind of behind the clouds, so it's not so hot. You'll see more people venture out here to the boulevard because it's not too hot. But they love it here. They do karaoke here. There's vendors of food, like street food here. There's clothes. There's, they also have like the name brand clothes, but some of them are, I learned recently, they're fake. But again, I don't look to spend any more than 200 to 300 pesos max on a t-shirt. My materialistic impulses, desires when it comes to clothing is not like it was when I was home. I'm very responsible now with my budget and realize when I sold my house and I saw how much junk I had accumulated, so much stuff that really doesn't even have monetary value, I thought to myself I was crazy. I was like, look at all this crap I consumed over the years. The most expensive thing I have is probably my sneakers. I walk, so I want to have good quality shoes. Hilda says 10 degrees, Huntington, West Virginia, trying to stay warm. Well, Hilda, Chief is from West Virginia. Oh, you already saw that. He says, ha, I'm close to you. Welcome, Hilda Shaw. And just because you're getting along and you're a West Virginian, I gave you a blue jacket. So now I hope I see you again, and you wear your blue jacket with honor, as well as everybody else. Arnold, I'm not ex-military, but I respect you asking me that, because a lot of people seem to think I look like I'd be in the military, which that's flattering. I'm not ex-military, but military I respect more than anything. I have the highest respect for the military, men and women, service members of the United States, or any military for that matter, anybody that's willing to do that for their country. I have two heroes in life. My father, of course my mother, but my father as a man, he's a hero of mine, and the service men and women in the military, my other heroes. So I just wanted to mention that. Other people have asked if I've been ex-military, and maybe sometimes I wish I was in the military. I think that band of brothers bond would have been fitting for me, but I can only support them right now. But no, I appreciate that. Wait a minute, where'd you go? And Sir Jim, certain people, I'm just in a really, really good mood. I'm happy with everybody. Arnold Berger, you're blue now, trying to keep up. Again, each and every one of you that have been here, walking this whole time in Dumaguete, Philippines. I appreciate you guys that have been here with me. I really, really, really do. It's a blessing when I have all the support of people here in the Philippines, my normal supporting friends, and just new people that come to my live stream and learn more about me, learn more about, my channel and whatnot. I'm gonna walk up this way where these vendors are. Like I said, it's still a little early right now, so you might not see as many people out right now. Yeah, Dimple, I just, like I said, there's always something to do. Even if you're not traveling to some exotic beach or some beautiful location, Miss Dimples, like where you live in Palawan, which someday that's gonna happen. You'll be the first to know when that trip's gonna occur, and obviously I would make sure whatever location in Palawan I visited would be where you're at. I consider you a good friend, and blessed and thankful that I have you as a friend, and you supported my channel every step of the way. Hilda, are you there by choice or by circumstance? By choice. By choice. Nothing to do with being from the US. I just wanted to live life, Hilda. I wanted to try something different. I'm a warm weather, nature, island, beach, waterfall kind of guy. I just wanted to experience something different. That's why I came here. A lot of people thought maybe I was crazy for coming here, and I'm glad I listened to myself and not everybody else, because I feel like it's the best decision I ever made. But again, it might not be for everybody. But the only way you're gonna know is you can watch as many YouTube videos as you want. You can listen to me gush about my happiness here in the Philippines, but ultimately it comes down to what you like. You gotta do it. You got the people are what make the biggest difference for me here in the Philippines. It's the people. And yeah, I'm happy as all could be here. Love life here, and people are great, are always super nice to me, welcoming to me. But yeah, like right through here, this will get more active. Once it's like only 2:20 in the afternoon right now. This all through here will be set up with vendors the whole way up and down. It'll be much busier later, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, for people that want to come to the Philippines for a first time, and experience and embrace the Philippine culture, this is the place to come to. One of the locations in Dumaguete for social atmosphere. There's so many people you can meet here. And like I said, I had questions from other people about coming here and meeting somebody and maybe potentially they could be their wife someday. Yeah, you know, if that Filipina is interested in a foreigner, then yeah, I'd say your chances are good. But again, not all Filipinas are interested in a foreigner. Just as not all foreigners are interested in a Filipina. It's all in what, you know, you're attracted to. But they're very, in my opinion, Filipino women are very beautiful. But it's the heart inside that matters the most. The genuineness. They would do anything for you. And it's not, again, people are going to say, oh, they're doing it for this or they're doing it for that. No, they're not. It's just different culture. It's their different level of respect and love for their significant other. That's the best way I can put it. That's the best way I can put it. I'm feeling good here walking by the water, guys. I know it's not as active for you guys, just for a lot to see, but the breeze coming off the ocean right now is drying me off. Because yeah, I had a lot of sweat. It'll be interesting for me when I check my mileage. I'm monitoring my mileage. It'll be interesting to see how much I got, how many miles or kilometers I got since doing this. We're 96 minutes into the live stream, which is pretty good, you know. Usually I try to at least do 90. And everybody that's been hanging out with me this entire time, God bless all you. I'm thankful. And it's just nice. I'm not doing this walk alone. I'm doing it with you guys. I know Josh kind of said, it was funny how he mentioned he's getting the virtual walk with me. And yeah, I just keep going and going and going. So whenever this started 97 minutes ago, yeah, I haven't stopped. And I feel good. I don't, you know, it takes a lot to get me tired. I'm thankful that I have that energy, but like, again, I walk all the time, so I get used to it. I feel like I get more energy as I walk. What is the name of the ocean? Oh, okay. Basically, where I'm at right now is, what the hell is the name of the ocean here? I mean, the Asian Sea, like, Stone Cold, one of you guys chime in. What is the actual name of this ocean between here and Sikihor? That's a good question. I should know that, quite honestly, and that's pretty bad. Now I have something to do. I don't really know what the technical name of the ocean is. Miss Dimple, do you know? Again, I don't know if Josh knows. Need to sleep. Have a good day, Michael. See you, Josh. Thank you so much. Always. Michael Hunter, how long have you been there? And is it to become a resident? No, Michael Hunter. There's no benefit for me to be a resident here. What would I be able to do? I guess vote or something like that. I have no desire to, you know, be a citizen, although I feel like one. There's nothing for, you know, I don't think there'd be any benefit of that for me to be a citizen, but no, I'm not trying to do that. Is that where General MacArthur landed? That's also a good question. Abish says, be safe with peaceful. Hey, be safe, you as well. Yeah, there's a lot I gotta learn here. The locals do not treat you the same if you're ugly or ballad or not rich. Well, I mean, I guess that's possible, but I'm certainly not rich, and they don't know whether I'm rich or not. Bohol Sea, thank you, Stone Cold. So it's the Bohol Sea, which makes sense because you can take a boat from here to Bohol. So thank you very much. Now I learned something today. There you go, Arnold. It's the Bohol Sea. I knew Stone Cold was gonna hook me up. World Ocean. Prob, Stone Cold answer. Like I said, JHLNDR. I'm very glad you're here, new, and very appreciate your generosity. You, Chief, David. I don't know if David's still here, but yeah, I'm just cooling off, guys. I know I'm not moving as much, and I know it's more interesting when I'm surrounded by a lot of people and it's much more active, but this feels good to me right now, just walking on this wall. But it's funny, usually I would walk and then I would sit and do the live stream. I like doing this better. I like the idea of walking and then talking as long as I keep the signal. And he just asked Dr. Google, do they have volcanoes nearby? Yeah, Arnold, there are. Actually, when I was living in Bacolod, can't remember the name of the volcano, but I could see it from my balcony in Bacolod, and it was considered active. Again, Stone Cold would probably tell you where that one, but it was right in Bacolod. I could see it from my balcony. Joseph says, my dog, where are you at in? It's 1:24 a.m. So if it's 1:24 a.m. for you, does that mean you're on the East Coast of the United States? Because I'm from Pennsylvania. So I always remember from my mother and father, 2:25 p.m. in the afternoon in Dumaguete, Philippines for me. But I'm from Pennsylvania in the United States. And 2:25 here means they're 13 hours behind me, which means it's 1:26 a.m. in the morning in Pennsylvania. So welcome, Joseph. Where are you from, Joseph? I'm assuming the East Coast. You got the Buffalo Bills, so you must be, maybe you're in New York. Buffalo, New York, maybe, or... Yeah, I'm from, born and raised in Pennsylvania. Lived in Florida for 2 years, and now I'm living in Dumaguete, Philippines. Been here for like 14 months. Apologize for the wind. Sometimes I forget that the breeze blows in the phone and then you can't hear me. But welcome. Oh, there you go. See, Miles is dropping all the wisdom here. Thank you, Miles. You guys are helping me because I can't keep my eyes in the chat, and you guys know more than me too. General MacArthur landed in Leyte Island. Thank you very much, Miles. That's awesome. Arnold Berger says, snowing in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm from like central Pennsylvania, like New Cumberland, Mechanicsburg area, if you're familiar with that. Reza Rabaz says, where's you from? I'm from the United States, but I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines right now. That's where I'm at. Fanatic Phantom says, did you like Florida? I love Florida. If I were still living in the United States, if I wasn't living in Pennsylvania, I'd most likely be in Florida, but I'd still be working. Again, I would still have to work because I couldn't afford to live without having a job in the United States, where I can get away with it here in the Philippines. So I'm not having to deal with the grind. People say, do you have a job? I guess my only job is YouTube, to motivate other people to take a leap of faith, take chances in life. Don't just think there's not other things out there to see in life. I'm not saying you have to live here, but I highly recommend anybody who wants to explore and try different things in life. Try the Philippines, try Asia. You can go to Da Nang, Vietnam. You can go to Thailand. There's a lot of places you can go and see. But I did love Florida. Thank you, Arnold the Snow. Mighty Adam says, Philippines. Tex-Mex 5150 says, cheers from Northeast Texas. Thank you for being here. JR Cacao says, hi, hello, JR. Irish Rose said, did you need to be a citizen to own land homes? Yeah, foreigner would have to be married to a Filipina or vice versa. You need somebody, to be a local here to own land and be married. And I think that's a good thing. I mean, think about it. If you could just come here and not have to be married, everybody could be buying up all the land. I don't know if I necessarily would like that, I'm not so sure the locals would like that either. So I think they have a good plan in place, if you're married, the Filipina, or vice versa, the Filipino with a foreigner or whatever. Yeah, they could own the land. As far as I know, that's the way it works here. Again, I'm not an expert in anything. I'm just living and learning. I remember Clark Air Force Base got covered by a volcano. Yeah, I heard that story as well. I also heard that, Arnold. Mighty Adam says, where are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, Mighty Adam. And welcome, my friend. Appreciate you joining the live stream, hanging out with me and many others. And which reminds me, I got to get my power bank out of my back pocket. Because eventually when you're live streaming, the power starts to go. So you need one of these, magnetic power bank. And then I got some juice in my phone. But yeah, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at. Angalet 177 says hi. Let me go back down to the bottom. Miss Dimple said, yeah, don't get married, just enjoy life. Yeah, like I don't even miss Dimples right now, and I'm not trying to sound, you know, like I don't know what kind of person, but just don't rush things when you come here to the Philippines. I mean, I'm in a relationship now too, but I'm not rushing it. I'm taking it one day at a time, just enjoying life. You know, if you get to a point where you feel like marrying somebody, then you'll make that decision and do it. Mighty Adam says, up for work in 30. Well, I appreciate you being here, Mighty Adam, and giving your time here. I'm sorry you have to get up for work, but I appreciate you sacrificing your time with me and everybody else here in the live stream. That's very considerate of you and generous of you. So I hope to see you again. That's the ticket. I hope to see you again. I want to build this community, happy community, as much as possible, build it for everybody. Chief with the super chat says, can you get some coffee for Miss Che? Of course I can. Thank you very much. Thank you on Che's behalf, Chief. God love you. God bless you. You're a super kind human being. You've always been that way. Like I said, YouTube has been full of nothing but blessings for me. So thank you for your generosity, Chief. Someday I'm gonna meet you too. We're gonna meet each other, and you know, we're gonna talk about the days when you were hanging out on my live streams, except in the future we're gonna be doing it face to face and in person. So thank you, Chief. God bless you. Neela T says hello. Miss Dimple, oh, Phoenix is laughing at Miss Dimple. Arnold says, I'm retired. Hallelujah. Hallelujah to that as well. Congratulations, Arnold Berger. I'm retired too, and happy as all can be. But again, I'm only retired at 55 because I'm living in the Philippines. But I didn't choose the Philippines just to be retired at 55. I chose the Philippines because I actually love it here. I was blessed to have the opportunity and the option to be able to, I'm gonna go the other way, to be able to retire. Neela says it looks lovely. It is lovely, Neela. I wake up every morning blessed as all can be, happy as all can be, to be able to just share my walking and talking with all you great people, sharing my journey, sharing my life, hopefully inspiring. Maybe I don't know if I want to go that way. Sort of like digging something with a jackhammer kind of thing. But hopefully it's not too loud. I'm gonna cross here, and Brian, hello Brian, welcome. Yeah, they're doing something with cement over here and it's really loud. But I'm gonna cross here at some point. Thank you. But yeah, they're filling a hole, redoing something. Great, thank you, Che. Just working at the moment, so cannot hear Michael. Well, I'm appreciating you being here, Brian. Che, sorry I didn't notice you. I'm just out and about, walking and talking. I haven't stopped at about 109 minutes. I just keep on going, but I'm having a good time. Yeah, Arnold, there aren't really stop signs. I guess the only sign that would be worth putting here would be a yield sign. But quite honestly, it's crazy and chaotic and hectic as it looks. For the most part, it works. Are there accidents? Yes. But I'm honestly surprised there's not more accidents. But they it's like they all have eyes all over their back of their head, and they kind of know how to anticipate what people are doing, where they're going, and it works. It works. I mean, yeah, could they someday install lights and stop signs and all that stuff? Sure, they could do it. But I just think that would be too much trouble. I think it would make it worse. Yeah, Phoenix, use it or lose it. That's my mindset. Use it or lose it. I'm a walking fool, but whatever. I feel great. I feel good. And the more I exercise, the more energy I get. I don't get tired. I get thirsty, obviously dehydrated, but then I had that big coconut, had some coconut water. It was awesome. I just keep going. I mean, I'm motivated for one thing, and I have lots of motivations for my exercising. Lots of motivations. Biggest thing is like my health. That's my motivation. I want to live the best life I can, as long as I can, but healthy. I don't want to run into issues. And for me, relaxing and sitting around, for me, what am I gaining from that? I guess the only time I relax is when I go to sleep in bed. But I'm so excited and full of energy. Like I said, I only drink 2 cups of coffee a day, so you can attribute some of my excitement and energy because I had coffee, but it's not all just because of coffee. I don't like I said, I don't live and die on that, but it's like I said, it's just one of those things, and I just keep on going. I drink yerba mate sometimes, and it's really good for you. Also kills cancer cells. Yeah, the one thing I drink a lot, well, not a lot, but my go-to coffee, Phoenix, and I don't know if you've heard me say this, I really enjoy mushroom coffee. Not pure mushroom coffee. It's mushroom coffee that's mixed with mushrooms, infused with coffee in it. I love that a lot. It's got amino acids in it. It's got collagen in it. It's got, what else is it? L-theanine. If you know what L-theanine is, it helps. Basically, it prevents the highs and the lows from drinking coffee. In other words, you're almost like even keel when you drink coffee. That's why I like it. And the only other one that I know that's similar to everyday dose coffee is something called Cuppa online, K-U-P-P-A, Cuppa. I've never had it. My father's had it and he likes it. Very similar to everyday dose. So, yeah. Phoenix says, I've been meaning to try that coffee. Yeah, I love it. I mean, but maybe you won't like it. I don't know. It's like some people could consider it expensive. Like I said, everyday dose. You can go right to the company website, I think. And no, I'm not sponsored by Everyday Dose or anything like that. I'm just sharing my coffee that I like to drink. It's gut friendly and it has nutritional value to it. Dumaguete, Philippines, their Henchi chicken. But down this hallway here, in case anybody cares, you go down this hallway right here. That's the Dumaguete Immigration Center. So if you ever see this sign here, Royal Stitch, on the corner is Unitop. Over the cross there in downtown Dumaguete is Greenwich Pizza. You ever come here, you go down this alleyway. It's not like a door, it's an alleyway, and you go clear to the end, and that's the immigration where you get your visa, tourist visa extensions and whatnot, your ACR card, and yeah, all that other stuff. So yeah, that's a little tip. I made a video about that just to show people that are on my channel, if they ever come to Dumaguete, it can be kind of tricky to find that immigration center. It's kind of hidden. And the first time I had to find it, I couldn't find it because I didn't expect it to be down an alley. It's like an enclosed alley, so that's why I couldn't find it. Anyway, I made a video about it, and then it's funny, somebody made a comment about the video saying, oh, you're one of thousands vloggers making the same video about how to find immigration in Dumaguete or something like that. Well, first of all, I'm the one, it's me, Michael, making that video, and I didn't know there were thousands of other videos like it. And so what? Like, if I want to make a video to help people that are aware of my channel, and it can help alleviate any feeling overwhelmed or lost, of course I'm going to help people. Phoenix says it would be cool if a bunch of us could get together. Hell yeah. That's the best part. I've met so many people. At least I know where a lot of people here in the Philippines live, and I can get there. But yeah, there's a lot of us right now. The community's getting big, which I think that's great. The bigger, the better. I think it's awesome. Phoenix says, or wait, we got Lois Pash says, hi. Chief says, Michael, are we friends on Facebook? Yeah, Chief, we are. I'm pretty sure you friended me because your logo on your Facebook is the Indian Chief like you have right now. So I'm almost positive we're friends on Facebook. And for anybody else that's interested in reaching out to me on a personal level, you can, in my bio on YouTube, there's my link to Facebook, there's my link to Instagram, or just comment and reach out to me on YouTube. I try to answer everybody. I consider myself a genuinely nice guy. I'm just excited to be here in the Philippines. And what better way than to release my energy and excitement than simply making videos here while I'm out and about walking. I mean, you know, what better way? Like, how much fun is this? I mean, to me, it's great. Again, not everybody likes to walk. It's too hot, and that's okay. I'll bring it to those people that don't want to walk in the heat. I'll bring it to you as best as I can. But yeah, this is definitely me killing two birds with one stone. JLND, probably a lot of maritime jobs of transportation and education, says Google. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Those jobs would exist. And people have asked me that before. They would say, like, Michael, what job, if I wanted to come to the Philippines, like, where could I work? I don't know that. I do know some of my Filipino friends that actually have really decent jobs, but they work from home. They work from home on their laptop, computer, but their job location is in the United States, but they work here in the Philippines. So they get, I think, paid a little better. Maybe not as much as they get paid if they lived in the US, but I know a lot of them that are Filipino here work from home here, but their company is based in the United States, and it's online stuff. Arnold says, no taxi there. You can get a Grab tricycle. Basically, Grab is like another, you know, like a Uber in the United States, but they just pick you up in a tricycle. So you can see, like, these little stores. I like the little stores too. Feels like I've gone back like in a time machine when they have these little stores like this. I don't know, the stuff that I used to remember seeing in towns as a kid. So yeah, like, we've done it before. Like, he was asking me about the no taxi there. I lost my train of thought. Oh, Arnold. So, like, when Che and I were staying in a hotel here in Dumaguete before we moved to our apartment, then we called a tricycle, but it was a Grab, where they just come and pick us up privately. I don't know if it was like 100 pesos or a little more. It wasn't that much. And we had our suitcases or whatever, a little bit of luggage. And then he moved us to the other end of the city where we're living in our apartment. So yeah, that wasn't bad at all. I mean, so that's their version of taxi. You get a tricycle like that, except it's just for you. And like, they go through an app, a Grab app, just like people on motorbikes deliver food, like eat Grubhub or whatever they have in the US. Like that's their, version here. You know what? I think they're building, Arnold, a Texas Roadhouse. They're building one in Bacolod. I know they were building a Texas Roadhouse in Bacolod. Again, those are the things that Bacolod has. Now, that's the other side of this island. One side where I'm at is called Negros Occidental or Oriental. The other side is called Negros Occidental. And that Bacolod up there, malls, restaurants, places to eat, lots to do. But yeah, there's definitely one there. They were building it. I don't know if it's done, but that's what you get in Bacolod. If you're into malls and feeling like you're still in a more Western culture, Arnold, Bacolod's good for people that enjoy that want more of the amenities that they're used to in Western culture. That's what they do. That's more for them. Stone Cold says it takes courage to leave the comfort of the West. Yeah, it does take courage. A lot of people, they talk themselves out of stuff because they're, I get it. I was afraid at first. I was hesitant, apprehensive about coming here. Never been this far in the world, and to come halfway around the world. But I was lucky and fortunate enough to have met people on YouTube that guided me to get me here safely. So it probably would have been a lot harder if I would have came here by myself, not knowing anything. That would have been pretty rough. But I would have survived one way or another. Brian says moving out of any comfort zone is hard, let alone such a big move. It is. It is very hard. I'm not saying I'm any better than anybody else or more special or anything like that. I just wanted to live my life and took the leap, and just did it. But I'm so glad I did. I adjusted, I think, fairly well. Maybe took a little over a week for me to adapt to the time change. That was about it. Didn't take that long. Again, the best way to adapt to the heat if you're not used to it all the time, which, other than my short time in Florida, warm weather, here it's 80 to 90 all year round. Humidity to me is nothing more than what I experienced in Florida. So it takes time, It takes time, but the best way to adapt yourself is to be out in it. My friend who lives near here, who's a YouTuber, said to me, he meets a lot of foreigners that, the heat they can't deal with the heat so much. Now, this isn't everybody, but he'd ask certain people like, hey, what do you do to overcome the heat? Like, what do you do all day? And a lot of them would say they basically hang out in their apartment in the air condition a lot. And he's like, well, if you're going to try to truly adapt to the weather here, you gotta get out in it a little bit. If I sat in the air condition all the time, I probably wouldn't be able to handle. I probably wouldn't like the heat either if that's what I did all the time. But to each his own. I don't mind the heat. I mean, for me, the worst thing, it would be like me going and living in the coldest place on the planet that I could live. I'd always be in my apartment because I don't like the cold. So like here, I don't mind it. I embrace it. I enjoy it. I love it. Where are we at here? 124, 120, so I'm almost at 2 hours. Wow. When it's too hot, is not so fresh. Again, you give me water, coconut water or something, I'm good. Do sometimes I feel like jumping in an ocean or in a swimming pool? Of course. This is food and that. I eat there sometimes. Man, I don't know if I can get to 100 likes. I just noticed. I didn't realize I had that many. That would be an absolute record for me if I got over 100 likes. Absolute would be a personal record for me. So if it happens, great. If not, that's all right too. But I just looked at it and I was like, holy hell, I actually have 97 likes. I appreciate all the likes, the support. Brian says can get a little uncomfortable in the wet season. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I have to deal with it, you know what I mean? Rain season is how many months? I guess 6 months. I guess it could always be worse. Holy cow, oh my goodness. Likes, look at this, 102. Thank you, everyone. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. I honestly, I think my high likes was maybe in the 60s. So, yes, the breeze, and that's why I like walking near the boulevard, Brian. The breeze from the ocean. Plus, I simply enjoy just the smell of the salt water. I enjoy and love that. Yeah, again, I've been walking for just about 2 hours straight now and I haven't stopped. But this is me. I feel good. I don't know what else to say. I take pride in doing it and I'm not bored. Even if I wasn't doing the live stream, I'd still be having fun. You know, just walking around, listening to music or whatever, I'd still be having fun. I would still be happy. The live stream just allows me to share my eyes, everything through my eyes. It allows me to share my excitement with you guys. And if I can motivate people other places in the world, awesome, great, good. I want people to not be afraid to come out of their comfort zone. I was once that person, but then I realized also I don't want to be somebody that just settles in life. Hey, sir, nice to see you. I don't want to just settle in life. I don't want to be that guy someday sitting in my end day saying, man, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. Well, I took action now because I can. Now, again, are there people that cannot, they don't have the opportunity to do this? Yes. And that's unfortunate, but I wish everybody could experience this. And if I can bring this experience to other people, that's what I'm going to do. And I feel like I owe it to them. I got a blessing. I got this opportunity to come to the Philippines. The least thing I can do is share it with everybody else. I mean, and I'm just happy. I know I sound redundant and babbling and this and that. Hello, Mogo Life from Iran. Hello, Jaka. Yeah, it's boring. I don't know what's boring. Here it's not boring in the Philippines, but Michael, remember when you're famous. Chief, I'm not going to be famous. I just, you know what, if I want to be remembered by about anything in life, I just want to be remembered that I'm just a good person, sharing my excitement, sharing my energy, and I have all these people that appreciate my happiness. That's all I want. I don't care about that other stuff. I'm blessed for the YouTube, and it's opening doors. And obviously, the more people that come into the live streams and I can share these experiences with, I'm energized by it. I'm motivated by it, but I'm also humbled, and I have to focus on that. I'm not going to allow, I don't see myself ever anything. I'm just happy that I'm sharing this with you guys. That's the best part and the best thing I can tell you. Jack, I live okay, but I feel it would be better if I knew more women. Jaka, I'm not sure where you're at, but yeah, I don't think you'd have a problem meeting women here in the Philippines. Be kind, be a good person, and I always say what you do unto others, they do unto you. But they're just naturally nice here in the Philippines too. In my experiences, they're naturally nice here. They're so welcoming. You make them happy. Like, for them to see you here, they're proud that you're here in their country, and it's a humbling experience, you know. even if they just acknowledge you with the eyebrow, like put their eyebrow up, I think that's so unique. It's like a nod, you know. We need more people like you in this world. Well, I'd like to believe there's a lot more people like myself in this world, Chief. I'd like to believe that. And me being the optimistic person, I believe there's a lot more good people in this world. So maybe just more good people just need to be more outspoken, I guess, maybe. But the Philippines changed my life. I wouldn't be doing YouTube if I was back home in the US, in the States. I wouldn't be doing this. I don't know, like I said, coming to the Philippines has inspired me, motivated me, energized me in so many ways. And I get to be me here. That's probably the best part. I get to be me, which I always was me, but sometimes I guess maybe at home I didn't feel like being me was good enough, if that makes sense. Or wasn't appreciated, maybe, is what I'm trying to say. Phoenix says, Latvia has overpopulated worshipers like you could do great there. And then Gatio Kit says, LMAO Phoenix, I heard that's only for people 55 plus. I don't desire to be in a relationship, but everyone has different desires. I like being single, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes being single can allow you to, some people just can't be single maybe, or they don't feel comfortable being single. I spent many moments being single, and I felt like sometimes I was happier in some aspects in life just because I knew I could come and go and I didn't have to worry about anything. I just kind of did what I wanted. But yeah, see, you know, Brian loves being married, and that's awesome. You know, that's great. That's you being you and like being happy. I guess there's certain points in everybody's life where they want to try and do different things, and sometimes when you're by yourself, you can do other things, and then maybe you get to a point in your life where you want to share that with somebody, and that's okay too. Jaka says, I want to be single but still getting some. Well, you know what? That's all right too. You need to do what makes you happy, Jaka. And that's, you know what I mean? It's your life, and you're allowed to choose and do whatever you want, and I respect that. I definitely respect that. I see it, Brian. You got your partner, your teammate, and it's always got your back. Exactly. And that's another thing that's great about also being in a relationship. Phoenix says, I was married for 25 years, so now it's me time. I got married at 15 years old. Yeah, Phoenix, I could see why you'd feel like that. Me not being experienced in that situation, but I can understand why you would think like that. It's about me time for you, and I completely get that. Miss Dimple said, congratulations. And yeah, that is young, Brian. Think about that. I mean, married at 15. There's a lot of stuff that she didn't get to experience at 15 that I certainly did, and other people did at 15. So I would say Dimple needs, or not Dimple, sorry, Dimple. Phoenix deserves some Phoenix time. I completely agree with that. Yeah, you're a grandmother now, and you're young. Yeah, you deserve that, Phoenix. You really do. Miss Dimple said, I'm single, never married, and no kids. Yeah, Dimple, you and I can relate to that. But yeah, it's time for some Phoenix time. Well, guys, ladies, men and ladies, Filipinas, Filipinos, guys, gals, everybody. I think it's time for Castaway Drift. Where was your original home before you moved to Cambodia? Actually, Elena, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm not in Cambodia. That's near, I guess, Thailand. Yeah, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, Elena, but I'm from United States. Chief says, Miss Dimple, you're a good lady. Stone Cold says, Filipinos are clingy. So I've heard clingies is a deal breaker. Some can be clingy, stone cold, not all of them. But also, if you meet somebody and they're clingy, you can also set the precedent. You can set what you're comfortable with. And if a Filipina truly cares about you, then maybe, you know, if the clinginess bothers you, maybe that's something you can talk about. Elena, I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, Elena. Pennsylvania, all my life, basically, except for 2 years, I lived in Florida. Lived in Florida for 2 years. CMZ says, where are you at? Dumaguete, Philippines. Walking the streets of Dumaguete, Philippines, getting my exercise in while I'm talking to you guys. Phoenix says, it was a wonderful walk, Michael. Glad to see the sights. Everybody, I don't mean to cut this short because there's a lot of people still in here, but Michael needs a break. I've been walking for the last 135 minutes. I just need a little bit of water. It's like probably close to 90, between 88 and 90, Larson. But the humidity's not too bad today, but I'm very used to it also. I kind of embrace the heat. I appreciate everybody being here. If you're new to the channel and if you're interested, please subscribe, like. Before I end this live stream, if you haven't given me a like, give me a thumbs up. Helps my channel grow. I'm just sharing my journey. Foreigner expat from the United States, living his life here currently in Dumaguete, Philippines. And I love it here. So Larson, any of the new people, Half Century Outdoors. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not going just yet. I'm hooking you up. Yeah, I don't want to go. Honestly, the support you guys are showing me is unbelievable. You guys keep me going as well. But you know, the good thing is I'm going to be back tomorrow. And if you guys can share your time with me again tomorrow, that would be great. I'm here for you guys all the time. And thank you. Hey, JH, you have to give me your name. Maybe it's John, JHNLDR. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Nice chat, brother. Listen, I love you guys all, and I know that sounds cliche and a little weird, but if it's not for you guys, YouTube's pointless. If I know I can't connect with people in some kind of way while I'm here in the Philippines, it's kind of what might be pointless or worthless. So like and subscribe. Thank you, Phoenix. Half Century, he says you're Nick. Half Century, thank you. You're Nick now. There's somebody else I wanted to take care of here too. That's too hot. I can't stand humidity. I live on a tropical island myself. I got you. I understand not everybody, you know, enjoys the hot climate. It's for what everybody, you know, it's what makes them happy. But with that being said, I'm going to end this. I need to get more water. I need to take a little bit of a break. I am human after all. And but you guys gave me the motivation and energy to do this. The more people that are willing to join me on my walk and live streams, the more I'm going to do it. Maybe it's my thing. Dimple says, I just want to be alone, travel, and do business. And that's all right too, Dimple. That's okay. You know, it's not abnormal or different or right or wrong. It's what you want to do, and I respect that. Sometimes I felt like that in my life too. I was alone when I came to the Philippines, so if I wasn't alone, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So, holy hell, Half Century Outdoors, what are you doing? You're killing me. I really appreciate Half Century Outdoors for your generosity. Quick story, I'm not used to people doing this. I've lived a life where the only people that ever gave me money or helped me with things was my mother and my father. So when you do this for me, I'm blessed, floored, humbled. I don't know what to say, but you guys are amazing people. I'm forever grateful. And I hope to see you all again. And again, I'd hate to end this, but I know I have to because I need water. I need a lot of water. But God bless you. I love you guys a lot. From the bottom of my heart. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Thank you, each and every one of you guys. Holy cow. Half Century, you're killing me. You're going to get me to get emotional on here. And Ugh, what in the world did I do to deserve this? I have no idea. I give all the glory to God. I know that might sound crazy to some people, but I really do. Huh. Again, thank you, half century, from the bottom of my heart. Again, I'm gonna end it this time. I hate to end it, especially after you did that generous donation to me. And thank you. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you soon, I promise. I'll be back. Subscribe. We'll be back, okay? Thank you. Love you guys.